It's not haunted by a ghost. It's haunted by something worse. Awareness. I never intended to believe in the Red Room. To me, it was a legend, nothing more than a psychological test wrapped in superstition. A room that repelled entry, not through ghosts, but through the idea of ghosts. And I, being young, analytical, skeptical, welcomed the challenge. I had studied criminal psychology, interviewed killers, walked crime scenes still warm with violence. What could a room possibly do to me? They warned me, of course. The housekeeper, Miss Arnold, with her gray hands always ringing in silence, said it plainly. Don't go in there if you want to stay yourself. Stay myself, odd phrasing, but I laughed it off. The Red Room stood at the far end of the upper corridor, a corridor that seemed to bend slightly with gravity it shouldn't have. The air outside its door was colder, denser, like the architecture remembered something. When the key turned in the lock, I swear the mechanism shuddered. Inside, crimson, everything drenched in a sick shade of red. Curtains, wallpaper, rug. It didn't look painted. It looked bled. Dust hovered in the air like ashes waiting to settle. And there was silence. Not the absence of sound, but the presence of listening. I lit a candle and took the old chair by the fireplace. My heart was steady, my breath slow. But something else in me, something deeper, felt unwelcome. As a criminal psychologist, I had studied how environments affect cognition. But this was different. This wasn't influence, this was invasion. The shadows bent wrong. They recoiled too slowly when touched by flame. The red walls seemed to lean inward, just a fraction more than they should, like listening lips. And then came the shift. It began with the air, the kind of shift that makes your skin itch before you understand why. A pressure not external but internalized, like my thoughts were no longer entirely my own. I stood. The floor creaked beneath me, but in my ears it sounded muffled, like the room was absorbing the sound. The mirror, black-edged, antique, and cracked, faced the corner of the room. But when I passed by it, I didn't see myself. I saw movement, delayed and crooked, like watching memory decay. And that's when I knew there was something else in the room. I rushed to the door. The handle turned. Nothing. Locked. But I never locked it. I turned again, harder. The metal was warm. Too warm. My breath fogged the air. The candle sputtered violently. I backed away, stumbling. The silence thickened, like the room was closing its throat. My heartbeat wasn't just audible. It was amplified, echoing inside the walls, a drumbeat to which the room responded. I turned to the mirror again. There I was, but altered. My reflection's mouth hung open, my eyes widened into voids. And behind me, a figure, faceless, not a ghost, but a silhouette, a hole in the world shaped like a person, standing impossibly still. I spun, no one there. But the air, it hummed, not with words, but with syntax. A sentence without letters. You are no longer alone. I collapsed. The shadows moved now, twisting toward me. The walls pressed closer. The candle extinguished itself with a final hiss, like a voice silencing itself mid-scream. And in the dark, something leaned near. I don't remember opening the door, only that suddenly I was outside. The hallway greeted me like air after drowning. I didn't walk, I ran. They asked me what happened. I told them I didn't know, but I do. The Red Room isn't haunted by ghosts. It's haunted by awareness. A space so old it developed a sentience made of silence. A place that doesn't want to kill you, It wants to unmake you, to hollow you out like a pumpkin and watch what fills the void. I never returned, but sometimes in dreams I see that mirror, and in it, the version of me that never left, still sitting in the chair, still listening to the silence, still being watched.